your head around this make-believe. You inspire as we grow older. Redesign as far as the eye can see. Let's get higher before it's over.
All right, we're about ready to get started tonight. If you're out in the game room, come right on in. How we doing tonight? Oh, hold on a second. Let's push in. Hey, everyone come on in. We're ready to get started. Everyone come find a seat. We're getting ready to go tonight with Xtreme Youth Service. Got, I believe it should show a minute or so, minute 50 on the screen. You got 15 seconds tonight.
10,
all right.
9, 8, 7, 6,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Xtreme tonight. If you're out in the game room, find your way on in. We're ready to get started tonight. We're going to have a great time together. It's so weird no one is right here in front of me. You guys are just going to have to help me. You're going to have to come this way a little bit because I can't speak to this I can't speak to this emptiness right here. I just need a little bit of help. Just come this way a little bit. There we go. All right, beautiful. Hey, by the way, if you guys, I know all of you are for sure on Facebook, but if you happen to be on YouTube and you want to share any of this with your friends, here, listen with me real quick. We are now live streaming every week, so we're just a couple minutes behind. It's actually streaming out. If you will help us, if you have your phone right now and you can help us on YouTube, if you would go to Xtreme Family Life and subscribe to us. We're trying to get over 100, because once we get over 100, we'll be able to have the URL and all the different things that we can control it and do those things with it. So if you would help us, that would be a huge help to be able to stream every week our service. Yes, absolutely. There it is. It's delayed by about 50 seconds is where it's at tonight. So thank you guys in the booth for helping me. Tech guys making it all happen tonight. So I'm going to roll through some announcements super quick, and then we're going to play a little bit of a game. And I'm giving away great stuff tonight. As a matter of fact, I got into the gift backpack tonight, and I brought with me Starbucks. I brought Starbucks to give away tonight. I went by to see Erin. Erin McCoy works at Starbucks now. So I went by to see her this week. If you work somewhere that has good food, let me know. I'll come by and see you. I need to come by Atwood's. I'm going to do Atwood's because that'll be fun. Okay, so here we go. Let me give you just a few announcements, super quick. Let me say thank you to everybody that helped us with Urban Soul yesterday, getting ready for the gathering on Main Street. That's going to happen tomorrow night. If you'd like to help us at all with the truck, tomorrow evening about 3:15, I'm going to leave here to go down and set up the truck. If you'd like to be a part of that, if you just have time during the nighttime to come over with us, we'll start at 6:30 and it will go till 9 o'clock. Come out and hang out with us. We are not doing our Gaga Ball pit this time. We're not doing that just because of social distancing and trying to be wise about what we're doing. So that's kind of what's happening. This week, tomorrow, Exodus at 1 o'clock. Be here at the building. And what is Exodus? Because I know some of you guys are still new. Every Thursday, we meet at the church, and we go to someone's pool, and we go and we play ultimate frisbee. We'll have a snack, and then sometimes there's a trampoline, and then sometimes we play volleyball, and then we swim. And tomorrow it's 99 degrees. Tomorrow will be a perfect day to come and hang out with us. You know what's almost as fun as a pool is the splash pad at the gathering place at the Redbud Park, right? Oh, yesterday was beautiful. Yesterday was so beautiful. I asked him if we could test out the splash thing, and my friend Natanya was really super close, I think sitting on one of the, sitting right on top of it, weren't you? It was a beautiful time. We have a good time. Let me tell you this about Urban Soul next week. Urban Soul next week, we are not working with Jerry Fowler next week. Part of our time will be here at the church. We are getting ready to host a couple of major events. We're gonna host Day of Hope, which is going to be on August the 1st, and then on August the 7th, we're hosting District Council for all of the Assemblies of God. And so there are a few things that we need to get moved around, cleaned up here at the church. So next Tuesday, we'll be working here at the church. We'll go do the yards and the other projects we do outside of here. But just know we can use a lot of help next week. So here we go. Camp. How many of you are excited about going to camp? Is anyone here excited about going to camp at all? Okay, all right, I'm making sure. Sparks. Isn't that what it is? Sarks, yeah. Okay, so listen about camp. This is really exciting. We, as of today, have 79 people going with us to camp, which is 3 away from what we had signed up originally to go to camp. So we are going to be, listen, there's going to be 400 people at camp. So guess what that means? If we're taking 80 people of the camp, we're going to be a majority of the camp. So we're going to have a fun time. We're going to go and have fun. It's going to be a great time. But camp is closed. You need to hear this. On July the 12th, we will have a parent meeting for camp. Some of you have asked me about making payments, if you can do it online. Right now, the online setting is closed. The online setup is closed because I've got a different amount of money that we're paying for camp. We're paying $139 instead of $180. So I didn't reopen that. But if your parents need to use a credit card or you need to use a debit card, we'll do that on the 12th. We'll have those machines set up and ready to go for that to make that happen. Okay, this is about it. The 12th, Sunday morning the 12th, Reggie Dabbs will be with us in service. You guys excited about that? Man, you guys are like dead tonight. I don't know. What's the deal? Is it too much heat? What's the deal? Okay. That night, we'll be watching a movie. I Still Believe. We'll be watching that on that evening. And then the next week after that, on the 19th, Stars Go Dim. Chris Cleveland will be with us that morning. And then the band Stars Go Dim will be with us that night. Now listen, if you've ever had dreams of being a roadie for a band, I need 6 people to help us be roadies right as soon as service ends on the morning of the 19th. I need 6 people to help us move their equipment in, set their show. I also need 6 people to help with their merchandise. I also need 6 people to help with their ministry partner for that night. We're not sure what the name of it is at this point. We think it's Hope was what I heard it called, but it's Compassion is who we think. I need 6 more volunteers to help us that night. So if you'd like to be a part of something with a band that tours, and you'd like to put that on your resume that you've been part of that, a lot of guys that have traveled with us to Kingdom Bound have helped with that kind of thing, so you know what to do. So if you'd like to be a part, he needs 18 people for the day of the concert. That's on a Sunday, so it'd be Sunday afternoon up until the concert that evening at 6 o'clock. So if you'd like to be a part of that, if that's something you'd like to do, it's a really cool thing to do to kind of get to know the band. You get to see them. You get to hang out with them as they're setting up. If you've never set up for a stage show and you'd like to do that and you'd be interested in that, it's always a learning curve to do that. We've done that a bunch. So, okay, I think I'm almost done with everything that I need to do tonight. Very quickly, if you're a guest with us tonight, we'd like to treat you like a VIP, a very important person. Maylee, who helps me all the time, is not here this evening. But Emily, are you helping me with that this evening? Would you go ahead and stand up just right up here up front? Emily will tell you a little bit about our youth group tonight if you're a guest with us, because we want you to know here at Owasso First Assembly of God, we love visitors, and we're glad you took time to be here. She'll tell you a little bit about our youth group. So if you want to stand up, if you're a guest with us tonight, just head right that way. There's some people who are going to help us tonight. Head right that way. We're glad that you came with us. Hey, give him a huge hand tonight for being here, a guest. All the rest of you, we're going to play a game tonight. And I'm giving away great stuff tonight. I'm giving away Starbucks, so I'm going to start on this side right over here. Who likes Starbucks on this side of the room? Ben, come right on up here. Ben is our first contestant tonight. I need another contestant from this side of the room. Who really likes Starbucks on this side of the room? Fallon, with your new hair, come right on up here. I like it tonight. It's all good. So this is really easy win tonight. In 5 seconds, you need to name for me 3 things. Are you ready? Okay, I'm going to give you a different question. I'm going to give Ben. Who wants to go first? Should we do rock, paper, scissors for first?
Ladies first.
Ladies first. Okay, so here we go. This is really simple. You got 5 seconds to answer this tonight. Name 3 Italian dishes. Spaghetti. 4, 3, 2, pizza and lasagna. There we go. See, that was so easy. That's an easy win tonight. There you go. Starbucks on me for you. There we go. Because you've done that?
Yeah.
Italian dishes. You're going to be a chef. You should know what Italian dishes are. So let's go with something more something a little bit more difficult for you. Are you a movie watcher?
Not avidly, not really.
Okay. Are you a romantic movie watcher? No,
Not really.
not at all. Are you a Disney movie watcher?
Yeah.
It's okay to admit that. It's all right. No one's going to make fun of you or anything like that, all right? So here it is tonight. In 5 seconds, name for me 3 princesses.
Ariel, Jasmine Bell.
Man, he did that pretty quick. You much watched. Is he a Disney watcher? Yeah, okay. She's a Disney lover. That's what I know. So there we go. All right, so here we go tonight. Over here on this side of the room, I need another contestant that is in the 6th grade. 6th grade? Are you in 6th grade? Are you sure? Come on. Are you a 7th grader now? You should be? How many of you are confused as to what grade you're in right now? You're not sure. Come on. Come on up. We're glad you're back tonight. Come right over here. We're going to let you play my game. I need someone over here tonight that is at least a 9th grader tonight. You're at least a 9th grader. Come on, Peyton. Here we go. All right, here we go. Right up here. All right, so here we go. This should be a very simple. Do you ever go to Starbucks?
Yes.
You like Starbucks? Okay, so we're working on the right thing here tonight. I need you to name for me 3 cartoon characters.
Is Dora one? Dora?
Sure, 5, 4, 3. Cartoon characters.
Tom and Jerry.
2. Tom and Jerry. I'll take them. How many of you watch Tom and Jerry? See, I thought that would probably be a pretty successful one there. So let's just see how. Should I make it difficult or should I make it easy for you tonight?
Definitely make it easy.
Okay, can you sing for me just a little bit? Can you just give me a little bit of singing? Because I know you do sing. You're in show choir at school, right? Can you just give me a little bit?
No.
Not at all, nothing.
I can't.
You can't sing right now?
No, the lights are in my face.
Yeah. Is that what you tell your football coach? Oh, the lights are on. I can't run right now. All right. So you're not going to sing for me.
Nope.
Okay. So here we go tonight. Should we ask him a band question or a song question tonight? Okay. So let's see. So who's your favorite person to listen to musically?
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer. I've never heard of that band, but okay. Do you listen to country music? Okay. See, I feel better about you already. You're from Collinsville, so I was a little bit concerned. All right, so we'll see if you can do this.
All right.
Name for me, in 5 seconds, name for me 3 Ed Sheeran songs.
Oh my gosh. Perfect. Oh dang, I'm blank.
Is that song about you?
Cross Me. It's an Ed Sheeran song. Shame for You.
What did you just say?
Oh no.
You have no idea what that is. Whatever they threw out at you, you took it. I have no idea if that song is. Can you sing any of those songs? Do you know any one line of an Ed Sheeran song? You've got people trying to help you out here. Does anyone know one line of any song from Ed Sheeran? Sing it, Eli. Come on. You got it? I can't believe you couldn't even come up with that. He's really good tonight. He just killed it. There we go. That's for you.
Thank you.
Come on, for helping out your friend that can't sing up here for me. I don't know. Do you know any Ed Sheeran songs? Do you know any at all? Give me one line of it. Just give me one line of an Ed Sheeran song. Wait. How many of you guys, when you have this on at your house, you sing it at the top of your lungs? You're not going to sing it tonight. You're like, no way. You know it? You're not going to sing either? Okay, all right. Okay, well, here we go tonight. I want to do this before I have you greet each other tonight. Who does not have an Xtreme shirt? You're here and you do not have an Xtreme shirt. Boom, there you go. You have one now. Right there. Boom, you got one right there. All right, on this side over here, who doesn't have an Xtreme shirt on this side? All right. Oh, wow, that was a little low. There it is. Okay, over here, you've got 14 Xtreme shirts, and that one's from like 1980. Oh, yeah, here. Yeah, hold on. I think I have. No, I'm. You want blue or black? Black, look at that. He's wearing a blue shirt tonight. There we go. Don't let her swat that away from you like that. You ready? All right, here we go. Right on the very back. It's coming your way on the very back. Right past you. There we go. One more. You don't have an Xtreme shirt? You do now. There we go. All right, who wants a 2XL shirt? Who wants a 2XL shirt? Who wears shirts that are way too big for you? You're like, I don't care, let me wear this. There we go, right back there. And I'm going up front. I want to see you wearing that at camp. Be like, hey. All right, hey, why don't you get up tonight? We haven't done this in a while. Why don't you get up and greet each other and just say hi. Social distance the best you can. Hi, Davin, how you doing tonight? You good? It's all good? All right. Chase, give me a little bit of music back there if you can. Thank you. How are you tonight? Congratulations. Graduation. Hey. Oh yeah. You guys can come to the front tonight, by the way. If you'd like to come to the front, you can come to the front. I'm just making sure you guys know that that's okay. We'll still give some social distancing. I understand that tonight. But you can come to the front tonight. And if you're going to come to the front tonight, though, you got to be a little bit rowdy, okay? You can't just stand there. The band will be so disappointed if you come all the way to the front and just stand there. So can everyone give me one good jump just to start tonight? I'm going to count to 3. I need one good jump. 1, 2, 3. All right. Wait. Look at me. That was so pathetic. There wasn't enough time to take a picture with you guys in the air. That wasn't even worthy of a Toyota jump at all. That was bad. Come on, you guys have got to help me out over here. Okay, I'm going to count to 3 again, and I need a good, like, Toyota picture jump. You know what I'm talking about? Like, get your feet in the air and everything. All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, Aaron, you ready? We're going to start when I count it down one more time. You're going to start us, and we're going to go there, because how many of you feel like we need to get rid of some energy tonight? You need to, like, we haven't been able to do worship. We haven't been able to do worship in like forever. So I need your help tonight. So I need one more good jump, and then he's going to kick into the song, and we're going tonight. You guys ready? 3. Are you guys ready? I can't hear you. Are you guys ready? Yeah, 3, 2, 1.
Into your eyes, makes my heart come alive. Suddenly brought to life when I know you. Reaching beyond the sky, running deep, stretching wide. Perfect love realized when I know you. This love is forbidden, will never let go. Never let go. Oh, it's more than just words that we have out of control, out of control. This is your love. This is your love. This is your love. This is your love. Oh.
Okay, man, come on. Give me one more good jump here. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we're about to get back there tonight. I can feel it. I'm telling you, Bridget, they were about to get with you there near the end. We're just about to get there tonight. So here we go, Aaron. Put your hands together.
I was buried beneath my shame.
Come on, clap with us tonight.
The carry that I away. It was not true till I met you. I was breathing but not alive. All my feelings I tried to hide. They all made you, Jesus, when I met you. your glorious day. You called my name, and I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness, into your glorious day. Now your mercy has saved my soul. Now your freedom is all that I know. The old man knew Jesus when I met you. That's when you called my name, and I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness, into your glorious day. You called my name, and I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness, into your glorious day. I needed rescue. Break out the weight of your glory. I needed shelter. I wasn't open. Now you call me a citizen of heaven. When I was broken, you were my healing. Now your love is the air that I'm breathing. I have a future. Now eyes are open. You call my name. I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness, into your glorious day. You called my name, and I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness, into your glorious day.
Come on. Let's wrap it up tonight. Come on. Get your hands together. Come on.
I needed rescue, my sin is hell. The chains break at the weight of your glory. I needed shelter, I wasn't orphan. Now you call me a citizen of heaven. When I was broken, you were my healing. Now your love is the air that I'm breathing. I have a future, my eyes are open. 'Cause when you call my name, I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness, into your glorious day. You called my name, and I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness, into your glorious day.
Oh, come on. On the count of three, can you give the Lord a shout? 1, 2, 3. Woo! Yeah. Hey, I'm so glad you're here tonight. Why don't you find your place back where you were sitting at? Will you give a huge hand to our worship band tonight? Come on, huge hand. Come on, help me out. A huge hand tonight. There we go. Awesome. We're going to come back right at the end with worship as well. Does anyone here have a good 4th of July story? Tell me a good 4th of July story real quick. Yeah, things that are supposed to blow up and zip up in the air. Yeah, I know those. Hit you in the forehead. I like that. I like that story. It's great. Tell me a good 4th of July story.
I have two. Do you want one more?
I want one that's really good.
Let me see. Because, it was last year, 2 years ago, 4th of July itself was rained out.
Yes.
So at my birthday party, we ended up shooting off fireworks.
At your birthday party. Okay.
My dad bought a 6-foot bottle rocket. It had still rained beyond 4th of July, so the ground was still wet. So my dad put the bottle rocket into the ground and lit it, and it goes off. Does not move.
It doesn't go up.
There's a video of it on Facebook. You just hear my dad going, "It didn't work, run!" And then boom! And it was like a miracle no one got hit because it went between people.
It's okay. I feel that. Yes. Tell me a good 4th of July story. Went inside and fell asleep. That would be a bad moment. Any good 4th of July stories over here on this side? Yes.
So we were in Branson for a few days watching
Yes.
fireworks, and then the day that we came back, for the next 2 weeks, people were
Hold on a second.
fireworks.
Hey, shh. All right.
People were setting off fireworks near our house.
They were setting them off near your house. Do you live in the town?
Yes.
You live in town, so you're not supposed to shoot off fireworks there. Okay, I got you. Anyone else? Good fireworks story? Yes.
On the 4th, a neighbor tried to get my brother, our soldier, in trouble for shooting off fireworks just because he was home.
Ooh, that's not a good thing. So tell me a good a good 4th of July story.
There was a rocket and it went off the wrong way and it chased us.
It chased you. How many of you have ever shot off a bottle rocket and you thought you were setting it to chase someone else and it actually came back toward you? And you had to get out of the way. Okay, I've been there. I've done that. When I was a little kid, I would have been, I would have been in about the 3rd grade. I was best friends with the son of the guy who ran all of the EMT services for Lander, Wyoming. I was best friends with him, so we went to his house. It wasn't the 4th of July. It was 3 days before the 4th of July, which would make it the what? Today. Who was it that was all confused what today is? Who's today and when is, it was you. Would that be the 1st? 3 days before the 4th, would that be the 1st? 3 plus 1 is? Okay, so something like that, okay. So we're at his house. How many of you ever bought fireworks and you wanted to shoot them off when you bought them? I know you're buying them for the 4th, but you want to blow them up now. Let's blow these things up now. So we decided we'd go in his backyard and start blowing things up. It's before the 4th of July. Now, his dad is the head of the EMT, which means he works with all the police in town. He's part of all the emergency services. We go in his backyard, and we start blowing stuff up. How many of you, when you start blowing stuff up, how many of you start blowing up little stuff and that's not enough? How many, you blow up a little firecracker and you're like, okay, that's just not enough. So we started blowing up the real stuff in the backyard, and my friend goes, "Oh no." How many of you ever had your friend say something like that? Like, "Oh," or "Oh no." How many of you at that moment, you're like, "Uh-oh, this is not a good sign. This is not a good moment. This is not a good thing." He looks at me and says, "Run." And I'm like, okay, what did he just light on fire that's getting ready to blow up underneath me? So I take off running, and I run in their house. Now, they had the coolest house ever because they had a 2-story house. Have you ever been to a 2-story house? How many know that you have stairs in a 2-story house? How many know you have that? But how many know if you have a really, really, really cool house and your laundry room is downstairs, how many know somewhere upstairs there's a laundry chute? So my friend said run, and he was very convincing, so I knew where my friend's laundry chute was. So I went and I dove down the laundry chute because I'm like, I'm out. And thank goodness, there were clothes down there. Because if there hadn't been clothes down there, it would have been a very abrupt stop into a concrete floor. I jump in it. How many of you have ever hid out? How many of you have ever played hide and seek and you had to stay in a certain position in a certain place for way too long? So I'm like doing that. I hear, my friend's name was Billy. I hear him getting the riot act given to him upstairs by police officers. His dad had called his buddies from the police department to come arrest us, to come get us, to scare us, to mess with us. I'm down the laundry chute. I hear him. I hear him getting the whole thing. Yes, sir. No, sir. Was anyone else with you? I mean, no, that's the telling moment. Was anyone else with you? Yeah. He gave me up. He gave me up in the laundry chute. The guys couldn't hold it any longer. They're laughing because I'm stuck in the laundry chute because there was enough laundry I couldn't get out of the laundry chute. That's why I was still hiding there in the laundry chute. They came over, pulled the laundry out. I come down to the ground. It's the most embarrassing moment ever. And you know what? It didn't help me not shoot fireworks before time. I'm sorry. The other night, we were at the house. And how many of you have your neighbors start shooting fireworks and you're like, oh yeah, if they start, I need to go shoot something off. I mean, it's just like inside of you, you're like, well, if they just blew that up, I should go blow something up. So London is outside, and if you guys have been to my house at all, London loves Snappets. I mean, it's his favorite thing. He'll throw them at you, throw them at the ground. Caleb, I think you've thrown them at him, and he's thrown them at you. I think that's how it's worked out. He's like, phew. So he loves them. So he's out with Snappets, but he came back in the garage for just a second and got some sparklers. So he's headed out at our house with sparklers. Our next door neighbors have already shot stuff off. So I'm like, I have 100 shot that I'm going to go get, and we're going to go shoot it off because they just shot off this, like over behind us, someone shot something off. And so then our next door neighbors, like right across the cul-de-sac where you guys all park when you come to my house, all right there, they shot off a reel. You know, the one that has a long fuse, you drop it down the tube and you light it and then you run like crazy. They had just shot one of those off. But what they didn't know, right when they dropped it in the tube in their backyard, the police had just come from that other house. The police had just turned the corner. Right as they turned the corner, all of a sudden out of their backyard, there's this everywhere. The police officer's right there as it happens. And remind you, I'm in the garage because I'm getting ready to uncover 100 shot to go out and reply to our neighbors. And all of a sudden I look up, out of the garage, I look up and there's a police car getting ready to pull up and talk to Ann into London. And I don't know what the conversation was. I think it was, are you shooting off fireworks? And London goes, no, we've just got sparklers. We've just got sparklers. And I'm like, put that on the bench. I'm not going out there. I'm not going out there until they're gone. And Ann's like, where'd you go? You disappeared. The police were out here. I go, I know. I saw. And so the other night, we shot off the 100-shot things. But I didn't shoot them off in my driveway. But that was my crazy story as a little kid. And my friend's dad thought it was the greatest thing in the world ever, that he had caused me to go down a laundry chute and that he had basically made my friend almost wet himself because the police officers came in for real in the backyard. I'll never forget it. And it was just one of those crazy moments where you're like, oh, I can't believe he did that to us. And at the same time, I'm going, oh, I can believe he did that to us. He's trying to teach us something. He's trying to teach us something about the law. He's trying to teach us something about being respectful. And so tonight, I just want to take a couple of minutes and talk about this subject. And you guys have got to help me out. You guys are so good at helping me in speaking. So here we go. Macy, if you wouldn't kick it up, or whoever's helped me. I don't know who's helped me back there tonight, but whoever's helped me, let's go ahead and go to the first slide. And it says this on it. Freedom. What's your greatest freedom? Come on, help me out. What's your greatest freedom? Your car is your greatest freedom.
It's also my greatest liability.
It's your greatest liability. It costs you something. What's your greatest freedom? Freedom of speech. How many of you, wait, hold on a second. Eli, how many times do you talk before you think? 4 times? Okay, wait, across this room, how many of you ever talked before you thought? Like you had the freedom to speak, and as you're speaking, all of a sudden your freedom was going away as you were talking. You're like, oh, my phone just went away, my bedroom just went away, my keys to my car just went away as you're speaking. Okay, so someone else help me out. What's your greatest freedom?
The Second Amendment.
The Second Amendment, which is what? The freedom to, I believe it's bear arms, I think is what it is. But you can't bear arms because you're too young to bear arms. But you can give us, wait, do a gun show for me. Wait, do a gun show for me. Let us see your bare arms right there. No gun show? Wait, watch this. All right, Peyton, come on, give me a little bit of gun show right there. Come on, look at those guns. Look at that. Come on, right there. Just give me a little bit. All right. How many agree with me? How many, Peyton, got gun show up there? All right. What else? Someone else. What else is a freedom you have? What's a freedom you have? Freedom of religion. I heard that. Yes. What does it mean you're free to be religious? You have a freedom to choose which religion you want to believe in. In our country, you know what the freedom is that you can assemble together like this tonight. Now track with me really close. I need you to listen real close with me right here. During this pandemic, people were concerned about their freedoms. Well, they're taking our freedoms away from us. I heard it. But as a church, we made a choice to be respectful of those who were governing us, those who were in authority. They weren't looking to take away our freedom to meet in church maliciously to say we couldn't serve God. It was, let's save lives. But there were still some people that were going, wait, you're taking away our freedom to assemble together for church. But they were also saying, we're taking away your freedom of assembly to go to a sporting event. We're taking away your freedom of being able to go to a movie theater. We're taking away to go to a casino. We're taking away your freedom to go to everywhere except for grocery stores and gas stations, basically. But did you know there were some people that were concerned about their freedom in those moments? And I understand that. Now listen, I've been very fortunate to travel the world. I've been in countries that do not have religious freedom. As I'm going there, I have to tell people I'm going as a tourist, because if I told them I was going as a missionary, it would cause me not to be able to go in the country. I've been in those countries. We've been in multiple places where it wasn't the safest thing to express my American religious freedom in that country. I've taken Bibles into different countries where if we'd have opened the suitcase, there would have been a problem of what we were taking into the country. Well, Kevin, is that your freedom? We as Americans have great freedom. Around the world, there are people who do not have freedom to talk about God openly like you have an opportunity to do. So let's just look at some freedoms we have. Number one of the freedoms I think is so great about being an American is that we have the freedom to be a Christian. It's come under attack in the last few years more than it ever has, by the way. A lot of the things that are going on right now that will show up on news media is about Christianity. I know I said a couple of weeks ago that I believe firmly that black lives matter. I believe, what did I say? Red and yellow, black and white, everyone's precious in his sight. I believe everyone of every nationality, of every color is important. But I wanted to make sure tonight there's some organizations that are not about any of those things in our country right now today. But you know what's so crazy about our country? They're free to have that. People have fought and died in our country so you could have the freedom of your own opinion, of your own thoughts about religion, about God, about do you believe in God, do you not believe in God? We have that freedom. But listen, we do have a freedom here to be a Christian. Did you know in some countries around the world, if you are a Christian, it is a reason to be arrested? If you were to openly declare that you're a Christian and try and get somebody else to convert from another religion to being a Christian, it's a punishable by death offense. So as I was thinking about that, I have the freedom in America to be a Christian, to assemble together in this kind of setting and to worship God with music as loud as I want to have it, not worried about all these different things. Now, some neighbors down the road at 10:59, they'll call the police and say, hey, they're being too loud. Okay, it's going to happen. Every single time we have a concert, I know at that time it's going to happen. I can tell you which house it is. But listen, do you know what restricts that? Here's what restricts that is the law. In the city of Owasso, it's set at 11 o'clock. There's a curfew on sound. So as I was thinking about our freedoms tonight, as I'm thinking about the 4th of July, which is coming up here in just a couple of days, I had the freedom to be a Christian. Do you know another freedom I have? Is I have the freedom to pray. Remember the story, Daniel, lion's den? What was his offense? He prayed 3 times a day. What did the guys who didn't like him set up? That if Daniel prayed to anybody but you, king, you're dead. That sounds so far-fetched, but it's still part of our world and our culture today. Then I had the freedom, you know what? I had the freedom to read the Bible. How many of you know that we are a church that supplies Bibles around the world? Did you know that? Were you guys aware of that? We do something called Fire Bible. We have helped to translate, this last year, we've helped to translate 8 different Bibles, the Bible into 8 different languages. That's the most that's ever been accomplished in 1 year's time, ever. I was at a celebration a year ago where they said we set out to translate 4, and we found people who allowed us to translate 8 of them. And then here's the crazy thing about translating the Bible. It's not always safe to get the Bible to the countries that it's been translated for. Sometimes it has to happen covertly. It has to go through another country to get to another country to come through this port or through this passageway, through this point where someone's not going to... Because if they open those things, they open those Bibles that have been translated, guess what's going to happen? Those Bibles are going to go, and whoever's in charge of them or has their name on them are at great risk. That's still today. That's not somewhere way down the road. That's today. But our church is one of the churches that helps make that happen. As a matter of fact, Pastor right now is at a summit about Fire Bibles, where they are looking at how many more Bibles can we translate. And here's what translation means, okay? Sydney, how many languages can you speak? 1, okay? Is anyone here where you can speak 2 languages? Samuel, are you fluent in 2 languages?
Yes, I'm fluent in English and Spanish.
Okay, so can you fully understand what your mom's saying when she's speaking English and Spanish at the same time when she's upset with you? So if she goes back and forth between those 2, you completely understand what she's saying.
I stand as still as a statue.
So you have translation skills at that point in time. The different languages that we have translated it for, if it gets smuggled into the country for them to have it in their possession, they know they're at risk of imprisonment to have a Bible in their own language. Why is it so important that we do a Fire Bible into that language? Because the Fire Bible is like a... How many of you studied online this last year? How many of you had to study online? You had to do everything. That's the incredible thing about the Fire Bible. Is it has study notes. Listen, it has study notes for every single verse. So if you don't understand the verse of the Bible, you can look down at the study notes and it'll tell you what it means. That's why it's so valuable for pastors around the world that would get a copy of the Bible. It basically becomes a college education that we've helped translate, and we can do it for about $10 a Bible and give it to them for free. That's the part of a church you're part of. We're a church that believes in freedom. We also believe that there's a cost that goes with it. It costs us money to be able to do this around the world, but we pay that because we want there to be freedom for other people. So think about this for a second. Here's something that just happened. How many know what yesterday was in Oklahoma? Does anyone know what yesterday was in Oklahoma? It was June 30th. All around the world it was June 30th. But how many of you know what yesterday was in Oklahoma? It was a day to vote. It was a day to vote. How many of you saw someone yesterday with a sticker on that said, "I voted"? Most of you can't vote. Some of you can vote because you're old enough to vote. I find it really important that I have the freedom and the ability as an American to go and vote. There are places around the world where you can't vote. Then here's what's crazy. I get to vote. I get to speak on who I think should be elected to a position. I get to do that in a secret ballot. But then check this out. I also have the ability to speak. One of the things about being a Pentecostal church, being a full gospel Pentecostal church is this, is I believe the Holy Spirit speaks to me in what I should say. If Joshua needs a word from the Lord can speak directly to him. You know how the Lord speaks directly to him? He speaks directly to him in his heart, in his head. He hears. The other way God speaks to us directly is through his word. That's why we find the Bible to be so important. I give you the Bible. You read the Bible, it says, do not lie. You've been lying for the last 6 years, and all of a sudden everywhere you read in the Bible, it says, do not lie, do not lie, do not lie. How many of you know that's God speaking to you, by the way? How many of you figured that out? That's God speaking to you directly. It's like, don't. And his spirit comes to you and do that. But here's what's incredibly fun about being a spirit-filled believer is God might speak to me to go speak to Joshua and say, you know what? I feel like God's telling me that you need to embrace the truth. You just need to embrace the truth. Everything you do need to embrace the truth. If I come to him, you know what? God gives me the ability to speak through the Holy Spirit for him to someone else. Have you ever had God speak through someone to you and it was the right thing at the right time? They didn't know it, but they just said something to you that was just right, spot on, and you're like, ooh, that's God. That's a real deal. That's a real thing. That's right at a pivotal moment. They don't even know what's going on in your whole life, and all of a sudden they send you a text and say, that done. It's right on with what you got going on, and all of a sudden you're like, who told them? How many of you believe this firmly, that your mom or dad heard from God about your life and they spoke to you directly? You didn't tell them, no one else told them, but God told them, and you're like, maybe you had a little bit of a lockup moment at that point in time. You're like, oh, woo. Okay, so think about this for a second. I have the ability to speak. I have the ability to vote. I have the freedom to do all these things. And listen, this is the one that's pretty fun about being an American, and I'm about to close tonight. Here it is I have the ability to pursue me. What do you want to be? What do you want to be? You don't know. You know what? That's okay. There's a lot of college students that don't have any idea either what they want to be. What do you want to be? What do you want to be? You're not sure yet. So you're trying to figure that out, right? Emily, you're getting a bit closer to being a senior. Are you really a senior now? Is it sunk in? Are you really a senior or are you really a junior?
I'm a senior.
You're sure? You're a senior.
I'm positive.
What are you going to be? Who are you going to be? What are you going to do? You want to work in the theater. Wait, so that's what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
And I've watched you do that all through high school. You're trying to figure out if that's the thing you want to do. And guess what? You can pursue that. Now, if your parents will say, yay, and your youth pastor says, yay, but they may not. Listen, they may not say, yay, go do it. But do you know what you have the freedom to do as an American? You have the freedom to still pursue what you feel that you want to do. Someone else over here, do you know what you want to do? What do you want to do?
National Guard or U.S. Army.
Okay.
National Guard or Marines.
Okay, Marines. Okay, so that's a path for a planned life. They'll help you plan your life and know what you're going to do. Absolutely. So someone else, what do you want to do? What do you want to pursue? Go ahead and bump that up there onto that next slide for me. Whoever's helping me, there we go. What do you want to do?
I'm becoming a vet.
A vet.
Yes, sir.
So you want to have animals bite you.
Yes. I'm going to OSU.
That's a good place to go to be a vet because they have a very good school. Who else? What do you want to do? What do you want to be? You don't know. Are you a graduated senior?
Yes.
Absolutely. Isn't that the worst question to get asked when you just graduated? What are you going to do? I don't know. Do you know where you're going to go to school? No, don't know. You know what? It's okay because you get a chance to pursue you. In this country, you get a chance to pursue you. I get to pursue being me. And the great thing about that is I believe God puts inside of each of us desires. And if you read in the book of Psalms where David wrote, he said this, if I'll delight myself in the Lord, if I delight myself in God, if I serve God, if I chase God, if I draw close to God, what's he going to do? He's going to bless that. He's not going to refrain and hold it from me. Oh, I want to be this. God, I want to do that. He doesn't go, oh, no, you're not going to get to do that. Delight yourself in the Lord, and he'll give you the desires of your heart. So I have the freedom as a Christian, as a follower of Christ, to say, God, I feel like you want me to do this, and I'm going to pursue this. And you know what he does is he opens doors for us. Why? Because God loves us. Last thing tonight. I have the ability to do what I want to do, but I also have the ability to serve. Do you know why we do Urban Soul every week? To serve. And you know, sometimes we serve people we don't have any idea who it is. Sometimes we serve our city. Community, we serve people in our community who we don't have any connection with, but they have a connection with Jerry, and they need help. As you start to be someone who serves other people, it can become a lifestyle, and I want you to implement that, and that's why we do it every single week. But here's the last thing. I want to close with this tonight. One of the things, and go ahead and bump it to the very last one there, whoever's helping me, to lay down your life for someone else. It's the greatest sacrifice. If you're going to go in the military, it's one of the risks of going in the military, is that because of your choice, there's a possibility of being put in harm's way. If you choose in our country at this point in time to be on the police department in the city of Tulsa, it's to put yourself in harm's way. One of my cousins, whose name is Ashley Norwood Stevens, is an ATF agent. And when our president came to town, he was one of the very active leaders of protecting our president as he came to town. And I have been able to talk to him, and he said, it's my duty, it's my pleasure to do my duty to be in that position to serve my country. We have the freedom to make even that kind of choice. So tonight, the Bible addresses this one about laying our life down for a friend, that laying your life down for someone is a very noble, godly character, and very few people would do it. So as we close tonight, here was my thoughts. I have freedom in Christ because Christ has set me free from sin. So here's what I'm going to do. In Christ, I'm going to stand firm then, and I'm not going to let myself be burdened underneath the yoke of slavery of sin. As I was reading through that in Scripture, I was like, wow, all this moment that our country's facing, if I read the Bible, I find it in exact parameters of what's going on in our country right now. And I can be free in Christ when I commit to Him. So here's my challenge for you tonight. I hope you have freedom to be you. I'm going to do everything I can to help you be you. If you're trying to figure it out, I'll come watch you and support you. Some of you sing, some of you play instruments, some of you do sports, some of you do lots of different things. I'll come cheer you on. I might be the loudest person in the whole place cheering for you. That's a possibility. Hey, no different than I would do for my own kids. It's just how I feel about you. But I want you to think about this tonight. If you decide to serve Christ with your life, there might be a moment you're in harm's way because of your faith. And I hope somewhere along the way you'll reflect back to being in Xtreme, where you heard this thought: if it's at risk to be a Christian, I'm all in. I'm all in. If it takes something to be a person of faith, I'm all about it. If I have to go into a country where it might cost me something to share the gospel of Christ, I'm in. I'm in. I've been there, done that. We'll continue to do that. Why? Because I want my faith and my freedom as an American to be able to express my love for Jesus to people around the world. But I'm going to challenge you to do it with your friends closest to you. Let's pray tonight. Jesus, I thank you that you gave us freedom. My freedom in you sets me free from the law of sin and of death. You give me freedom to find life to the fullest in you. God, for every person tonight that does not know, they do not know what they want to do, they do not know where they want to go, God, I pray that you would draw them close to you so that they can find their purpose in life in you. God, as I found my purpose in life in you and pursuing you, you've let me do so many amazing things, and I thank you for that. But God, tonight I pray that you would instill in my students in this room a love for God like no other. Whatever cost, whatever risk, whatever it would take, that they would fall in love with you. Jesus, I love you tonight. I give you thanks. Band, if you'd come back just super quick, we're going to end with a song tonight. We're going to Freddie's after this, high schoolers, that's where we're headed to. But would you stand with me? And we're going to sing one more song tonight. The second verse is one of my favorite verses of music that we do. So if you'd sing this powerful song with us tonight as we conclude our time together. If you absolutely have to go, you can go. It's no problem. But would you conclude tonight with this song this evening? Would you sing it with us?
You were the Word in the beginning, one with God the Lord Most High. Your hidden glory in creation, now revealed in you are Christ. What a beautiful name it is. What a beautiful name it is. The name of Jesus Christ my King. What a beautiful name it is. And nothing compares to this. What a beautiful name it is. The name of Jesus. You didn't want heaven to find us. So Jesus, you cried down.
That's what he did for us.
My sin is great, your love is greater. What could separate us now? What a wonderful name it is. What a wonderful name it is. The name of Jesus Christ my King. What a wonderful name it is. Nothing compares to this. What a wonderful name it is. The name of Jesus. What a wonderful name it is. The name of Jesus. Death could not hold you. The veil tore before you. You silenced the boast of sin and grave. The heavens are roaring in praise of your glory. And for you are raised to life again. And you have no rival, and you have no equal. Now and forever, God, you reign. Yours is the kingdom, yours
Thank you so much for being with us tonight. I want you to go in freedom in the Lord. And here's the thing tonight. If you don't feel free in Jesus tonight, you'd like someone to pray with you, I'll be hanging out. As a matter of fact, I'll hang out on the stairs. If you need freedom, maybe it's from fear, maybe it's from anxiety, maybe it's from worry. I don't know what it'd be tonight. But God has no rival. He has no rival. There's nothing that can stand up against him, stand over him, because he conquered all. He conquered hell, he conquered death, he conquered the grave. And tonight, if you're in that position and you need freedom, man, I want you to have it as you go. Have a great 4th of July. Thanks for being with us tonight. God bless you. Thanks for coming to Xtreme. Hey, great worship set tonight. Great close. Thank you. Bridget, you still got it.